He tries to be big and tough. That baby's a teddy bear. He's a teddy bear, that man.
I remember sleeping on my back was fine, but as soon as you turned, anything that hit the concrete, I was like...
I'll apologise, because you're actually supposed to bring an airbed with you.
No one told me that.
In every child, there's a diamond. You have to dig deep for some, but it's there.
Hello and welcome to Inside Carrington, a bit of a festive theme today. As you can see to my left, we are joined by a very Christmassy looking Liam Bradford. We're also joined by another treble winner after last week's treble winner, Dennis Irwin. Wes Brown joins us.
Thank you.
Wes. And today we're also joined by someone who is just like Santa Claus because he's always giving. He is the Chief Executive of the Manchester United Foundation, John Shiels, MBE. So he's going to be joining us today on this episode. Guys, how are we?
Yeah, absolutely delightful. Hot off the back of a Manchester United win too, which is brilliant.
Let's talk about the Christmas jumper first, Liam.
No, let's not. I mean, it is. It's very festive, isn't it? There's loads, actually. Loads of different designs available for you on the United store. This one I picked up because it was very red.
Did you pick that one?
Yeah, of course. Nobody tells me what to wear.
Suits you, that mate.
We weren't all told to bring Christmas jumpers today, so Liam has got a very nice red Christmas jumper with Manchester United written.
Yeah, there's also another one. Chuck us that one in, producer. Let's just show this one off as well.
Also, whilst we're on
go.
it, do you know I just bought Eli on the Man United store. Eli,
this?
our little
Santa scoring at the Stretford end, I think.
sliding home.
Knee slides like.
That was meant to be for Wes, but he refused to wear it.
Well, going to Santa show.
It's a medium. I'm extra large. It's not. That wouldn't fit me, Helen.
Listen, we'll get you an extra large for
Love that.
your Christmas day
I'd
out.
definitely wear it.
Yes, also I bought Eli, and this is a blast from the past, and for the last couple of years I haven't been able to get them, the Footy Stars figurines.
Right.
Do you know the little figures?
Yes, I do.
And I'm so excited about him getting those for Christmas from Santa.
Is he excited
I
that
don't
Santa's
know.
bringing those?
I don't know, but I saw them the other day and I thought, I've not been able to get those for ages. Wes, you must have little Wes Brown's figurines. What? You don't have one?
No, I don't think. I've seen them.
Have you not got one of yourself?
Oh, I've seen them.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm so shocked.
My
We've got
point
to sort
is
this
that
out.
my mum's probably got some. I don't have them in the house, but I've definitely seen them.
We've got a little mini, two little Johnny.
With a big
one
head.
Leicester one. No, two Leicester ones. Yeah, they've got the.
I've seen loads of them, but I've not actually got any now.
Anyway, great gift idea for anybody who is buying for children. Can you tell I'm really excited about this?
Yeah.
Because
I
the
hope he
last 2
likes it.
years I haven't been able to get. I know he's probably going to be like, oh right, okay.
Someone's got the festive spirit.
Yeah, I love it.
And they come in a pack, but you can buy individual ones. Anyway, sorry, Liam. Continue talking about the game. That's why we're here.
No, just to go back, Manchester United store on the app and the website if you want to get hold of your Christmas jumpers ahead of Christmas party season, or figurines. Absolutely. No, 4-1 win for Manchester United against Wolves. We're recording this on the Tuesday after the Monday, ready to come out on the Wednesday. So by the time you get to it, it might be a bit boring. But I think Wes and I are still very excited about the football that United played, certainly second half on Monday night.
Yeah, some really good play. And don't get me wrong, we was playing Wolves. You know, they are bottom. They've not won all season. But it was a chance for us to show everybody what we can do. Even parts of the first half, to be fair, the passing was very good, but the second half, I think we come into our own a little bit, and I just hope that really takes us forward now for the rest of the Christmas period. It pushes us up the league massively.
Into sixth,
and anything can happen from here now. You know, if they can carry on like performing as in the way they did then, you never know, end of December, where we might be, and it's exciting news.
Yeah, it's so tight at the top as well that, you know, even an extra 2 or 3 points for Manchester United is the difference between being in sixth and being in second or third. So, you know, if they can use that confidence that they get from that Wolves game, and certainly the performance in the good spells in that game, and take that into the rest of the Christmas period, I'm with Wes. I think there's every chance that United go on and can put a bit of a run together, and that would be magnificent.
And the goals, they're contagious, aren't they?
Yeah, and captain's performance from Bruno Fernandes, 2 goals and an assist for him. Mason Mount, absolutely sensational. Again, every time he seems to get the nod to start for Manchester United, his pressing, his energy, his intelligence, it's absolutely fantastic. So I'm really glad that he came away with Man of the Match award and got himself another goal. Yeah,
of course, yeah. And Mason, you can see the manager really likes Mason first of all. He wants to play him all the time, and he's just come into his own a little bit. He's got great balance. His run, he's got that in the locker as well. Bruno finds him. I mean, even Cunha played well. He didn't score. He would have loved to have got on the score sheet. And Bromo scores, which we needed him to do as well. I thought Heaven was brilliant. Shaw was excellent.
Always.
Everyone played well, but we needed goals in this game. I think if you look at the league, we have to be scoring, and they got the job done. They made it difficult a little bit at the end of the first half, but whatever the manager did and the players were thinking second half, they kept making chances and we managed to put them away.
Yeah, it takes United up to a +4 goals difference in the league. Only in 6th on goal difference to Chelsea. Chelsea have a +10. I think the really important thing here is that people are still talking about Chelsea being genuine title contenders. I'm not suggesting that that's how we should be looking at Manchester United, but if United are level on points after 15 games with Chelsea and Chelsea are still being spoken about as title contenders, I think we can just now leave the noise of Manchester United having a sticky start to the season behind, because actually they're flying, and if they can continue putting results together, so much the better.
I know, just when you're talking about goal difference there, I know Sir Alex Ferguson was big on every goal counts. Even if it's 6-0, you keep going for the 7th, because he was very into how that affected the table. Is that right, Wes? Did you hear him say that loads of times?
And I suppose when we was always sort of challenging for the title at the time, and the points were so close. It probably would help mentally as well. If you're going into the last 6 games of the season and you're 2 points ahead, you end up drawing. Mentally, you still know you're still top of the league, if that makes sense. Even if whether it was Arsenal or Chelsea were really tight, you had that little bit of mental sort of feeling over your opponents. And there was times when obviously we were winning games 2-3-0. The manager was like, should have scored 5. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you score 5? Why are you messing about? Why are you slowing it down? I used to think, we've won 3-0, boss. But that mentality, it can dampen other teams as well. Mm-hmm. But it just helps you so much. And I think this is the best we've been for a while, by the way, on our +4. But believe me, if you can score goals every game and a lot of goals, other teams look at you and they start to panic as well. And that's maybe a way of looking at it.
Okay, it is time now to welcome our first MBE guest on Inside Carrington, hopefully not the last. He is a man who has dedicated most of his life to helping underprivileged children and young adults in the greater Manchester area, those who are disadvantaged in poverty. John will tell us all about it. The work the Manchester United Foundation do is simply incredible in our community and elsewhere too. So it's time now to welcome the CEO of the Manchester United Foundation, John Shiels. Inside Carrington is presented by United Store, the official home of exclusive United merchandise. John Shiels, MBE. Welcome to the Inside Carrington podcast. Pleasure to have you with us. And I think I'm right in saying it's our first guest who has got an MBE.
Oh, very good. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for asking me.
Obviously, everybody knows your name, knows who you are, but they don't know exactly how much work you put into doing what you do every day and how influential you are for the foundation and for this club. So I suppose the best place to start is to tell us exactly your job title and what a day-to-day entails for John Shiels, MBE. I'll not say MBE again. We don't need to say that every time, but I quite like it.
So my job title is CEO of Manchester United Foundation. Actually, I'm part of just an amazing foundation team. There's 110 of us full-time, which is amazing, and about 150 part-time. they generally go out into the Greater Manchester area. And last year we worked with over 40,000 kids, trying to be a difference in their lives. My day is it's generally long. It can be 7 days a week, but that's the cause. So you don't work my job, you live my job, really. Luckily for the amount of time I've done it, I just love every day. I love every minute. My working day, that's when I'm part of the team. So I'm always in the office. If I'm not in the office, I'm out. I'm always accessible to the team. And then I do my work before work and after work. So it's constant. And I'm one of the leaders of the foundation. So I've got to look in front all the time. I need to know where we're going in 2, 3, 4 years' time, really. So I try and look forward. I try and get out of the day by looking forward as much as I possibly can.
So as you mentioned that you helped over 40,000 children last year, that's only one of the things that's part of your job. I mean, the amount of things the foundation have done this year alone is incredible, and it is a good time for me to bring up the sleepover,
yes,
which Mr. Wes Brown was involved in and has been before, and I know that you are a great supporter of the foundation, and I'm sure you'll agree with that, John.
Wes is amazing with the foundation. You can't. Can you? Yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there. Can you? Yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry. He's amazing.
Does phone. Everyone phones me. He's still coming. I'm like, yeah.
He never lets you down ever, and it's authentic. He's such a nice man.
Oh, guys.
Oh, John, that's nice.
That's really cute.
I do try and do as much as I can.
You feel passionate about, Wes?
Yeah, I mean, I did it when we used to play.
Yeah,
and it's just got bigger and bigger. There's lots more that's happening, and obviously when the team phone me and ask if I can do something any particular day, it's like, yeah, that's no problem. Last one was the sleepover, which I got 3 hours out, I think.
I have to say the sleepover, Wes was probably the first in bed. I think Life on the Edge, Friday night, Wes Brown was in bed about 11 o'clock.
That's true, that.
For people who are listening or watching and aren't sure what the sleepover entails, just give us an example of that. I know you do so many events, but because Wes is here.
The sleepover is when we go into the ground inside. We actually sleep on the disability platform, and it's to build awareness of what it's like to be homeless. I have to say, it's a very comfortable sleep out. With the kit that people bring, we could stock 2 go outdoors warehouses. We're not, and the lights stay on. So it's not as scary as it would be if you're in that situation. With the foundation, what we try to do is we try to be preventative rather than cure. So we don't want any of our young people to sleep out, but we need to let people know what it is to sleep. And it's very humbling. So we get people from all over the country, all fans from all over the country. Yeah, it's very humbling, and you understand how privileged you are to be involved with it, really.
Cold, Wes?
It was actually a nice day.
We
brought everything,
yeah,
and then we didn't have to put much on. Because when you was in your sleeping bag, it gets pretty cozy anyway.
Yeah.
But the ground was hard. I don't know about you, but I remember sleeping on my back was fine, but as soon as you turned, anything that hit the concrete, I was like,
I'll apologise, because you're actually supposed to bring an airbed with you.
No one told me.
You should. Next year when you come,
that's
just
fine.
bring.
Did everyone else have airbeds apart from Wes?
Well, I
sleep
think
on a cardboard.
I think, yeah.
It was good though, but like I said, if someone does that every night, that's tough, and that's just the truth. And it was good conditions in weather. It wasn't raining. It wasn't too cold.
Like the thing with us, we all went back, got a shower, got into our beds.
Yeah.
If you're homeless, that's not an option.
That's true.
The homelessness in Manchester, I mean, you've told me the figures before. It's quite astonishing. It's so close to home for so many of us.
Yeah.
Tell us what those figures are and how harrowing it actually is.
Well, the issue is the problem's getting bigger. We're generally an education youth charity. So as much as we work and dibble and dabble in the homeless, we tend to work with young people. So I don't know. You saw the government brought out their child strategy this week. So there's 4.5 million children living in poverty in England. There's about 250,000 in Greater Manchester. So and all those have the potential of dropping unless we can go in and intervene and help and pull them by the scruff of the neck out of there. So, the potential's huge with homelessness. We've just got, we've got to try and influence as many people as possible, have to go in, and where we can help, we need to help.
And what exactly do you do in those situations to help? How does the Manchester United Foundation help in those situations? For example, when you've talked about children in poverty, I know you've told me quite shocking things in the past as well about children's dental care, for example.
Yeah.
How exactly do the foundation go in and help those children?
Yeah. So there's I suppose mainly, our job is to go in and to work with the schools, because we partner with a lot of schools, and to complement and supplement what they do. But mainly ours is around the pastoral and helping young people who are struggling. And the idea is, how can we help you, the young person? How can we help you find your own solution? So by giving them enrichment opportunities, by giving them someone to talk to, by giving them someone to trust in and to care and nurture them, they build a confidence, they build a trust. And then once you've got them engaged, what you do is you work, just as you would your own children. You work with them and help them see that there's a light and there's a path, and actually you're very talented, you just not got the opportunity. Mm-hmm. So we try and give them the opportunity, and then our idea would be have a tracksuit influence in a young person's life from 5 to 21, because that's what they would get in a supported home environment, and that influence then helps them at 21 to be employable. Because the way out of the situation that they're born into, it's the birth lottery where we are. So if we don't happen to be born there, we're very lucky. We've won the lottery. But if you're born into it, how can we get you when you're 21 to be a contributing adult? But you have to have the solution, because we can't be with you all your life. So it's that sort of them being dependent on us to eventually let them go. As a parent and your own children, you've got to let them go. So we've got so this year we do our own degree. So we've got a degree with MMU. So this year we've got 13 are on that cohort. 5 have been with us since they're about 12, 13. So we're building that piece with them.
And would they have come to you through a primary school?
So we start in primary schools,
yeah,
and then we try and match our secondary schools to the primary school. So there's tracksuit in the primary, tracksuit in the secondary. Then they'll go, we've got a BTEC at Salford. They go to BTEC, then we've got a degree at MMU. Mm-hmm. So and in that, like I say, I can't speak highly enough of the foundation team. They're unbelievable. But if you're going to have a tracksuit, you need a person in the tracksuit with the same values. Because if they get associated with that tracksuit, I can trust that tracksuit. They don't want someone grumpy in the tracksuit. So, our team have to be on top of the game every single day. And when you go into schools, they're like the Pied Piper. Because the schools give us kids, and then kids find us. And then we work with them.
How much of that is the power of Manchester United, in addition to the person that you put inside that tracksuit?
So, again, children are far more sophisticated than we ever were. So the power of Manchester United is powerful for about 5 minutes. Because then I believe kids have a sincerity antennae. They know who's there for the real reasons and who's there to collect the paycheck. And those who are there for the real reasons. Like in every child, there's a diamond, there's a jewel. You have to dig deep for some, but it's there, and that's the skill of our people. So we dig and we find it, we polish it, and then it's ready to face the world, really.
Can you tell us a sort of figure of what the foundation has brought in and given out? Can you tell us those figures over that time? I know
So I think, and again, that's a question that we don't usually look at because we live year to year. But I think we formed over 70 million.
Wow.
And we raised those funds through different things. And again, we could, I always say the foundation is the fans' foundation. The foundation belongs to the fans, and we'll do what it takes to make the fans proud of what we do. And we couldn't do without the fans. They help us on our fundraising. They encourage us when we're going out. And it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money that you have to raise. I can remember Gary talking about the mentality to win things and then start at the bottom each year and go back and win it again. Well, that's what the foundation does. Mm-hmm. So so we just crack on, and it's got to be done. So crack on with it.
And for the fundraising, obviously you're relying on fans, as you say, people. You do a lot of charity events. For example, in the past you've done, I was going to say Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
Brian Robson, Andy Mitten, chuck them up a mountain.
Done Kilimanjaro twice.
Machu Picchu.
Yeah, so Machu Picchu, yeah. David May.
Remember David May doing that?
A very emotional David May. He tries to be big and tough. That baby's a teddy bear. Yeah. He's a teddy bear, that man. Is. So, yeah. He's a very patient man, is David.
So you do Kilimanjaro, as you said, twice. The first time, I think that was a lot harder for you than the second time. Did you accomplish it the second time?
Oh, the first time I didn't. I got sent back on the last night. So Kilimanjaro is like 6.5 days. You do 5 treks, and then the last night you go up the last bit, which is like that. And it's all about acclimatization to what you do. So on the first time I went up, and halfway through the final night, I got sent down. Altitude sickness, because it's killer. So apparently 9 people a year die on the mountain. The second time I did it, but it nearly killed me. It was so hard. But having done it, and that's one of the things where, Brian Robson, what a man he is.
I remember him telling me a couple of years ago, I'm going to do Kilimanjaro, and I'm thinking,
honest to goodness,
Robbo, are you sure?
Well, the first time he came,
mentality is there, isn't it?
The first time he came, he had he'd just been diagnosed with throat cancer, and he came, and I'm not kidding you, he came, and at the bottom of the hill, and he was almost choking, coughing, and he was with Kevin Moran. So Kevin Moran was amazing. Like, we came with all the kit. Kevin Moran came with a Tesco carrier bag, and he didn't have any kit or anything. And he just, because he's tough as old boots, Kevin. And Robbo came, and he was coughing. I said, Brian, you don't need to come, because I thought, I don't want to be the man who's killed the legend that is Brian. And he goes, I'll come. Anyway, he was coughing all through the night, and he got up to the top, and the man he is, he didn't get up to the top before making sure that everyone else got up to the top before him.
True captain.
Leader.
Unbelievable. On and off the pitch. He is one human being, I'm telling you.
Do you reckon we can get you up, Kilimanjaro, Wes?
Oh, Wes will be asked
enough
to.
of the sleeping in sleeping bags.
Yeah, you can get me up. It's just walking down.
walking down's the hardest.
Yeah, walking down.
Knees.
Yeah, knees.
Yeah,
but
walking
I'd
down
love
is
to
the
do
hardest,
it
by far.
And it's on the bucket list, so yeah.
Love
we can sort that out, Wesley.
Yeah, I know you can. Yeah.
Just on that,
I've done you there, haven't I?
Yeah,
sorry,
right.
Wes.
It's fine. No, I don't mind things like that.
You've obviously had so much support from the players over the years, ex-players, legends. How important is that for you as a foundation, that relationship between the two?
Well, they're the connectors. They're the club, the players. Everyone who plays for the club has a magical part of the club's history. And, fans love working with ex-players. Staff love working with ex-players. They've got this magic. I don't know if they understand how much power they have, actually. When we go and when we take players out, particularly to some of the communities we work in, I'm not kidding. Like Sir Bobby and Lady Norma, we used to take. It was like the King and Queen going into Middleton. It was like a royal visit. And the same, isn't it, Wes? Yeah. Like I say, I'm the most selfish, charitable man in the world because I do good. It makes me feel absolutely fantastic. When you go and you see these young people who have no other agenda but to come but what they do is they go home then and say, oh, I was with Man United player, Wes Brown, he came in, and there's a pride when there's not much pride there. But if they've met and they've spoken and they know that the people that they're meeting are really nice guys, and they're not this magical figure that's, you know, standoffish, and you know, all the people that volunteer to come are really, really A1 guys. Really, it's powerful because what they have to say and how they conduct themselves is possibly that role model that a lot of the kids, particularly positive male role model, it's one of those things that they're missing.
I wonder if I can turn a question on you. Obviously, you have a relationship with the foundation that comes through Johnny and you being around the club for as long as you have. What have you made of what they've done while you've been involved with it?
So I suppose when I hear John speak, and I've told him this before at events, it's so inspirational what you say, John. And sometimes it really lingers with me for a long time. I know I've said about the dental figure that you give me, and it was last year we talked about that.
So that is most admissions to E&E for under fives is through dental hygiene.
I mean, I just think the work that the foundation do are absolutely incredible. And I think people probably don't know enough about the foundation, which is why we've got you on here, and that's why we're asking the questions. I mean, I know what you do, and it shocks me every time that we all live so close to children who are on the poverty line. I think that's the most shocking thing, and the work you do is incredible.
A shocking fact is, if you go in the front of Wythenshawe Hospital, you're 10 years less alive than if you came out the back of Wythenshawe Hospital. If you went out the back of Wythenshawe Hospital into Hale, into Bowden, you'll get 10 years extra life than if you came in the front through Wythenshawe. So Bagley.
Just for those that may not be familiar with Greater Manchester, might be listening to this in a foreign clime. Wythenshawe for a long time was the biggest council estate in the UK, right next to Manchester Airport. Still now has issues with social deprivation and various bits and pieces. It covers a span of maybe 3 or 4 miles. So what John's talking about here is the difference, postcode lottery of maybe a couple of miles from the front of Wythenshawe to the back of Wythenshawe, and the life expectancy difference is 10 years.
But they will, whoever's listening to us in the world, wherever you live, there's a Wythenshawe not far from you.
Yeah.
You know, there's a particular, and again, what's changed? There's a disparity between wealth. So some people are very wealthy and some people have absolutely nothing. And wherever you are in the world, those places won't be far away from each other. You know, and the idea is, you know, I'd love to see the wealthy people giving to, and they do, lots of people do, you know, but we could do more.
Wes, I wonder whether you can whether you have one lasting memory of something that you've done with the foundation that, you know, lives with you still today.
Well, the foundation was involved, but the last 2 pre-seasons we've been to probably one of the worst places I've been, which was the Bronx. We went to the project.
Yeah, remember.
And we went to a school.
Yeah.
And like you were talking about, the children don't get cared for a lot of homes. Well, these schools actually had dentists.
Yeah, they did.
They actually had a nurse. They had an opticians in the school. And it's just like, wow. And then when you speak to everybody, it's, you know, if we don't do it, no one else is going to do it. And that's how far down the line that is. And it's whether you want it to go like that. But the kids were brilliant.
Yeah.
It's never the kids, you know, it's never their fault. Like you said, they were just probably born into it.
Yeah.
But they don't get looked after. They might just get a meal a day, maybe not. So the school pretty much provides it through charity. And obviously we went on behalf of the foundation to the Bronx, and we've been the last 2 years now to the same school. And it's brilliant what people try and do. But like you said, it just needs to get better because the kids are innocent, and when you get to know them, you know, they're a bit standoffish at the beginning, but like John said,
you have to build trust.
Yeah, you have to, 100%, and they have to understand you because kids are not silly. They're brilliant.
Well, they've been let down that many times by adults that, mate, I'm not trusting you until you can prove to me I can trust you. And the sadness, like there'll be lots of children who won't be looking forward to Christmas. How sad is that? Because they don't know whether they're going to get fed or, how warm they're going to be,
Which is why you did the coat appeal
so we did the coat appeal,
Christmas,
yeah,
because
which again, fans
a lot of
came and
children
gave
don't
that.
even have a coat, which again is shocking for many people to hear, that they don't have a warm coat at winter.
Well, we were led by out, because we do a lot of, it's very popular to do what they call youth voice. So listen to the young people. It's not as popular to listen to the youth voice. So we listen to the youth voice as well as ask the youth voice. And one of the things that we spoke to our youth voice team about was, how can we best help you over the winter? And we thought it would be, we have to go and get food parcels. They have strategies that if you're in that position, you have a strategy. We can get food. What we don't want to be is we don't want to be cold. And that's what started. So that year we spent £100,000 on blankets. And like you think, and they were queuing up at the doors to get the blankets. It's like a natural disaster. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't. It was in a mainstream school in Greater Manchester, and they were queuing up. And then we did the coats. So, during pandemic, I realised very quickly that someone's surplus is someone else's treasure. So the coat idea came, and it's funny because when I say it to people, how many coats have you got on the back of your door or in the garage that you've never used, and then 2 miles away someone's freezing? It's not right, is it?
No.
Just bring it, pop it in, and let's get it out. Let's get it distributed.
You've talked a lot about going into schools, and I just want to go back just a few years, because that is actually where it all began for you.
Yeah.
You were a PE teacher. I actually have written down here that you were a drama teacher. I
didn't
have you down for a drama teacher, but there we go, John.
Really?
No.
Oh, come on, Helen.
So that is where it all started for you.
To be honest, that was the easiest course at college.
Don't tell that to kids.
I think that gives you an ability to communicate.
I think PE and drama are by far, and as we go forward, PE and drama, rather than the maths, the English, because the transformational technology will look after those. The PE and the drama,
soft skills,
are the power tools.
Everybody needs to be fit.
So if we all knew how to communicate better, I don't think the world would be in such a mess. Mm-hmm. One of the things we're doing going forward is we were approached by someone who said, I'm phoning you because I can remember working with you in the foundation in pandemic, and you just get things done, don't you? I said, well, you try. And they said, she's a leader of a faith group, all different faiths, and they're really, really worried about hate crime, which, again, is growing. And they goes, what can you do? I said, well, we wouldn't talk about hate. As I say, we don't talk. We always go from glass half full. So we're going to do a month of kindness in March, where we're going to catch people being good. Like, you turn the telly on, it's all bad news, isn't it? Everything. And yet most of us are really, really good people. It's just the loud, aggressive ones that are getting the space. So we need to reclaim that space and let people know what a kind place Manchester is.
I wanted to talk to you about your previous job, because it wanted to bring me on to Sir Bobby Charlton, who I know you were very, very close to. Yeah. You started working there in 1979.
I did.
That's when you started working for Sir Bobby's soccer school?
As a young man, yeah. I came up from Nottingham, which, again, how the world's changed. Like, the 2 hours from Nottingham, it could have been the other side of the world. Because I was like the children we worked with. I never had opportunity. I never got out. I didn't fly. First time I flew was to Belfast, actually, when I was 18. So it was very nerve-wracking. Anyway, you do what you do. Opportunity struck, and I went and started working with Sir Bobby, 1979, when I was 19. Because with Sir Bobby, like, having worked with him, that man was on duty as soon as he got out of his bed until he went back to his bed, because he was so recognisable. And anywhere, everywhere, at the service, motorway, calf, having dinner, walking down the street, everyone knew him. At the time, he's probably, because there wasn't the communications that are, at the time, next to the Queen, is probably the most famous British person in the world. Mm-hmm. And then he taught me so much. You know, his humility, and very well read, very intelligent. You know.
Obviously, we know a lot about him on the pitch, but yeah, tell us more about the man off the pitch.
Well, he was handed the role he got because of what happened.
Yeah.
And yet he was a very, very private and shy man. But he was the best PR. But that was him working. That wasn't him naturally. And he was just amazing. Such a genuine, authentic spirit who actually came to life in front of kids. Because I think, you know, when you do get fame, I don't know, but I've worked around people who've got, there's always an ulterior motive why someone's coming to talk to you. With kids, it isn't. There's no filter. You just go. So he just went, and he gave himself. And then latterly, as I say, Sir Bobby and Lady Norma helped us massively when we were launching the schools. And it was like a royal visit. You'd go, and they were all there, and they were great. Lady Norma was great. You know, she probably had really powerful people skills. She talked to everybody, and Sir Bobby was just, you know, he talked when he was talked to, because it didn't come natural to him.
I wonder, like Moscow in 2008, when you walk up those steps to collect the Champions League trophy, and it's Sir Bobby that's handing it across. Yeah. There's a level of aura there, even for somebody that's playing for Manchester United, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've always looked up to Sir Bobby, and the weird thing was, I had an experience like that in '99. I was injured, and the club asked me and Sir Bobby to go to China. Right. Now, if you would have knew me in '99, I was probably the shyest kid you ever met. Never really talked in front of everyone. Yeah. And I reckon he noticed that, and he said, "Wes, you don't worry." And he just took command and presented me and made me feel comfortable. And I was like, oh my God, this is probably going to be the worst experience of my life. Yeah. First of all, no one's going to understand me. I've never spoken in public. Yeah. And he sort of seen it. He didn't tell me. He's seen it straight away. And he's like, Wes, don't worry. I will handle everything. We'll do it together. We'll get through it. But what a guy, brilliant guy. He used to train with us as well in the Champions League. Footy. So when he's giving you the trophy, like you said, you're just like, and you can see the big smile on his face, never mind mine. You're just thinking, this is unbelievable. And what a guy he is.
Yeah, he loved the game. He loved the power of the game. And he loved this club. Beyond reproach, he loved this club.
John, I know as well you have been so influential over the years, and the foundation in the building of the girls and the women's team here at Manchester United. Yeah,
it's something that we felt was really important. So there was a period when the club lost its women's team, and lost everything that went with it. So we decided as a foundation that, this game is so good, it shouldn't just be for boys. It's for girls too. So we kept it going. A remarkable character, Emma Fletcher. She is a force of nature, Emma. She would come and she'd knock, can we do? Go on then. So, she led it going forward. But, during that period, we were producing some amazing players, and they all went off to play for other teams who had women's teams.
Because there was no pathway.
Yeah. So, we started from scratch, where we were playing just general grassroots, and they were going out winning 13, 14, and that was no good. Then we had to work really hard with the FA to get the Centre of Excellence, because we didn't have a pathway. So we were going against club, but also going against the FA to try and but we did it. And then it went from strength to strength. So you had people like Katie Zeller,
Gabby George,
who was with us for a long time, and then went to Everton, and Ella Toon, and they had to go off to come back. And now
so they would come. Sorry, just for anybody listening that doesn't know, they would come and train with the Manchester United Foundation team every
it was
week.
Manchester United Foundation, but it was the centre. It was the centre, recognised as Centre of Excellence.
Yeah, and
then one of our colleagues now, who's not with us, Matt Johnson, took hold of it. What a special guy! His passion for girls and women's football is unbelievable, and he, on top of his passion, he's just an excellent, knowledgeable guy in that space. So he took it to another level, really. Him and Emma took it to another level, whereby the FA had to start introducing different calibration levels. So we got, a level 1A plus. So because the standard was so high, the foundation team's strong. So if we lose really good people, we put really good people going and replace. So it keeps rolling, and more so. It's so important. It's such a game for everybody that everyone needs to experience it.
And just before we leave you, we do have some quotes from someone who knows you quite well. I thought this was a nice place to end.
Yeah.
I don't think I should divulge who it's from.
Yeah.
The first one says, you can hear him before you see him.
That could be anyone from...
The second one is, he loves food, full stop.
That's Brian Robson.
No, this is all the same person.
Oh, is it?
And I think this one is the perfect way to end. I could go on and on about John, but please know that he is a genuine guy with a heart as big as Manchester, who cares deeply for his staff, for the community of children we serve, and who loves his family beyond compare.
That's nice, isn't it?
Perfect way to finish it, John.
I appreciate that. Just there is that is a nice way. But let's go back to Sir Bobby and let's share what his mantra was. Yeah. And his mantra was, I'd like to make every day like Christmas Day. So let's finish on that. It's Christmas, isn't it? So if we can make that special feeling for everybody, and that drives me every day.
Thank you, John.
Inside Carrington is brought to you by United Store, where you can shop the biggest selection of festive United gifts. Kick off the holiday season with United Store. 100% official, 100% United.
Always inspiring to hear from John Shiels, and so many things that he says do resonate with you. I suppose one of the things I would pick out, Liam, is when he said, every child is a diamond. Sometimes you just have to dig deep to find it.
Yeah, and he's absolutely right, isn't he? That sometimes through no fault of their own, these kids have limited opportunities. They have a limited ability to give themselves any social mobility. And actually, it takes a little bit of digging sometimes to find what those children are great at, and then give them the platform to be able to use that to become a functional member of society, a giving member of society once they reach adulthood. And I think bearing that in mind for me, Wes, is really important. You don't ever write a kid off. You just haven't found what it is that they're brilliant at yet.
Yeah, 100%. He talked about it, and I've done a lot of stuff with John and the foundation, with the street reds and soccer schools. And when you meet the kids, a lot of the time they're so nervous. It takes a while for them, and he said it quite a few times, is trust. But believe me, once you get to know these kids, they're like anybody else. They just need a little bit of more help with their experiences that they've been through. They're not necessarily going to listen straight away, going to, cooperate straight away. But believe me, that all kids inside, they've just been through a lot, and you find that little something about them. If you tell them something and you get that done, they start to trust you and they start to believe in you. And then you see the kids come out, and some of these kids have been through a tough life, and already at such a young age that they just need a bit of trust, bit of happiness, and somebody they can look up to as an adult.
I actually think that you were being very humble throughout that interview, Wes, because you are one of the biggest supporters of the foundation. And I know John said it, that you don't miss. You're always there. If you say you're going to be there, you're going to be there. And I just want to say over the years how much I've seen you put into the foundation, and I know it means a lot to you.
Yeah, I do love it. It's good, and it's hard. At times it's hard because it's not always fun, when you see some of the kids in certain situations.
Emotion, yeah.
And that's why it's so important with what John does, and obviously the team. And it can only get bigger and better because it helps so many people. But a lot of the lads do it. I am local, so if obviously anyone asks me to do anything, it's absolutely fine. There's no problem at all. But it is nice to obviously give back and be part of trying to help. It's not just kids, it's families as well. Mm-hmm. And trying to get them on a path in the right direction.
It was fantastic to have John on, and hopefully everybody who didn't know much about the Manchester United Foundation knows a little bit more now. And of course they do have a website that you can check out and find out how you can do your best to support them. So next up, guys, another Monday night. This time at Old Trafford, though. It will be our last one before Christmas.
I'm excited already. Home game
because
just
it's a
before
Monday
Christmas.
Night?
Well, no, Monday nights are the worst thing that has ever been invented, as far as I'm concerned. I just don't understand what the problem is with playing on a Saturday or a Sunday. Monday night, 8 o'clock is tough. And to go from Monday night to Monday night is difficult, not only for the players, and we've spoken about that previously, but for the fans as well. To get out 8 o'clock on a Monday night, on a school night, and try and, bring your kids to watch the game or get home after the game where you're not getting home till midnight, it's really difficult. So major props to every Manchester United fan that is making their way out there. Bournemouth, well, they started the season really brightly, like an express train. Not quite been so easy for them in the last few weeks, and I wonder whether, Wes, that opens up an opportunity for Manchester United to take advantage.
Listen, I think it did. It does, and they've slowed down. I think at the beginning everyone was like, wow, these are flying. But for whatever reason, it's definitely a game that we can look at ourselves and say, listen, if we play like how we did against Wolves, we can definitely win it. I think we have to sort of carry on with the same mentality because, like you said, they've dropped off a little bit. So it's definitely a game we can win again. And, for me, the Christmas time was always good when we played at Old Trafford. So it'll be very loud from the fans and the expectation will be there again. And we're just looking for another good win.
I was sort of surprised by Wolves when they decided to try and play a bit of football against Manchester United because it left so much space for United to exploit. I would expect very similar from Bournemouth, funnily enough. That's how they play their football. They have a very distinct style. They will try and get after Manchester United. And you just got to hope that United, as Wes said, can sort of come up with the same thing again that they did against Wolves to try and exploit the space that Bournemouth will leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on that one, I just feel that on the Wolves game, we were very accurate.
Yeah.
When we started the passing, there was little flicks. People were running. The timing was good. Mason played some unbelievable balls, playing people in. And you could just see the flow starting. And like you said, if we can do that at Old Trafford, we'll definitely create chances, and now it's just about putting it in the back of the net again. But yeah, Bournemouth are struggling, and I expect us to really be focused because if we can get back-to-back wins, it does push us up the table even more.
Did you enjoy the Christmas period as a footballer?
I liked it. It was hard when you played away on Boxing Day, as you would obviously have to go to the hotel that evening, so you do miss a bit of family time. But at the same time, it was normal. You were used to it. The home game's a little bit different. The manager did change it. I remember you still had to go to the hotel at some point, even if it was a home game. But I can understand, when you look back, you can understand that now because Christmas Day is long, a lot of people around, a lot of noise, and he just want you to rest and get everything in for the next day. But I suppose as athletes, it becomes normal. But yeah, you do miss a little bit of family time. It's good family time.
Did you train Christmas Day?
Yes.
So just what, an hour and a half Christmas Day?
Yeah, I mean, was it probably not even that? Probably an hour. You're probably in max. Every now and again, the manager said, "Do you want to come in even earlier or even later?" And then as a team, you decide whether you came in at like 12 rather than 9, because lots of us have kids and they wake up early. You want to maybe open a few presents, and that you would, be happy to change the time, and he would let you leave it up to us a little bit.
That's one side of it. Married to a footballer.
There is two sides.
Yeah. What's that like on Christmas Day?
Yeah, it's not easy.
You do well.
I'm not going to lie.
You do well.
It's not easy because your children are excited, aren't they? And then the dad goes out the door. But, I mean, there's worse things in the world. But I do remember one Christmas Day where our little boy was just 4 weeks old and Johnny was at Leicester, so he had to drive to Leicester, which was 2 hours. So he left at 7, so I tried to wake the kids up before he left so he could see them opening their presents. And I remember I'd been awake the whole night with Eli. He hadn't slept. And Johnny left, obviously, the house to go to training. The house was chaos. Obviously, you can imagine, like 2 girls opening presents. Eli was just a little baby. And I was so exhausted and he wouldn't stop crying. That's Eli, not Johnny. He wouldn't stop crying, right? So I put him in this baby carrier.
Thanks for the clarity.
And I remember just like walking around the kitchen and just like trying to get him to sleep. Then I fell asleep on the sofa. He was in the baby carrier. He fell asleep and I woke up and the girls had put slime, which I'd bought them, all over the kitchen chairs, fabric chairs, because I'd bought them slime for Christmas. Really stupid. They'd drawn over everything. And like, can you imagine the scenes? It was absolute carnage. And yeah, that was not a great Christmas day for me.
This Christmas day will be the first time in how long that Johnny Evans does not have to leave on Christmas Day to go to training?
Yeah, that is true.
20.
To be fair, no COVID year. He didn't have
okay.
to go on Christmas Day.
But still.
Anyway, listen, look, and I'm not
It's
saying
exciting.
like there's surgeons have to go to work. There's plenty of people have to go to work on Christmas Day, but that particular Christmas Day was not ideal for me. That was not a good day.
I get that. But you can get excited about this year.
I am excited about this one, yeah. What's your plans, Liam?
Well, my mum, sister, her husband and their son are all disappearing off on holiday. So I can't go because of the football. So I'm going to my wife's parents, and it's always... So essentially we do sort of, you bring stuff.
Everybody brings
Yeah,
you bring the
something.
sprouts,
So I
you
think
bring the
we're
trifle.
on...
Love
I think
that.
I'm on starters. I think they've decided to give Amy, my wife, desserts and cheese, and they're doing mains. So everybody just brings
Fair.
something together, and then we'll sit there all day, eat too much, drink too much, go to sleep early, and then get up the next day and get ready for Newcastle United at 8 o'clock on Boxing Day.
And Wes has told us he makes 4 lambs on Christmas
Sometimes.
Day.
Well, if you need one, I can do 5.
Is
I'm
it
very
just
good.
lamb?
That's the only thing I can do, really.
What,
Yeah,
only
just
lamb?
roast lamb in the
leg,
oven.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Wes? I don't like lamb.
A lot of people don't. My
do.
mum doesn't.
Do you make alternatives for them?
So if your mum doesn't like
No,
lamb...
so
what
I
do you-
just do. That's all I do.
So hang on, right?
My
No,
mum
I need to
doesn't,
paint this
but
picture.
everybody else does.
So you don't make the dinner, you just make a lamb?
Just the lamb. I don't do any
Well,
of that.
why do you
the
do
veg,
4?
Because I give it to friends and
So you just give people
Yeah.
roasted lamb?
I might as well, even doing one, I might as well keep the oven on and do a
Who
few
does
more.
like the potatoes?
Oh, mum and sister. Yeah. I wouldn't even attempt.
Does your mum make a turkey as well?
No, we have chicken and beef. It's like a Sunday roast, honestly. But we have everything but no turkey.
Can you make-
We used to, but I think as kids we used to say we don't like it or it's dry or...
It is dry, but do you know what?
you go
Johnny's
full
mum
turkey?
last year,
Yeah,
she
we
made
don't.
This turkey
We
and
have
it was
everything else.
unbelievable.
Really?
She basted it in butter or something the night before. It was
Oh, there you go.
unreal. So there must be a skill to cooking a turkey, but yeah. So you don't really make anything else except the lamb in life, or is that the only thing you can make in life?
Let's just stick with lamb, yeah. That's it. I could try other stuff, but it'd be rubbish. And I mean, mum and sister are so good. And Lola, my youngest, is very good as well. But other than that, I just stick to the lamb. I've done it many times now. Everyone likes it, and that's all. I'm not going to try anything.
What does
else.
your brother contribute to all this?
Which one?
Well, let's go Reese.
Reese definitely doesn't contribute to any of the food. No. I wouldn't want him to as well. Honestly, my mum and sister were so good.
No, it just cracked me up that you were talking about this lamb as if you make the whole Christmas dinner
Not at
and the
all, no.
lamb, but you just make 4 lambs.
Just
and
the lamb,
hand them
yeah.
out.
5, 6, yeah. I can. Lamb expert. There you go.
Love that. Well, we do want to bring you some questions and comments. One was from Dave, which says, what is Christmas like for an ex-footballer? We have answered that question. We also have one from Ian. He says, great to see Travis Binion talk about the men's academy teams and the success that they have had. Travis Binion's episode went down really, really well. I actually loved listening to that. Gershon said, hearing from a lot of important individuals inside the club we don't regularly hear from is so insightful. Someone I'd really like to hear from, and probably a lot of people also, is club CEO Omar Barada. Also, Ruben would be a nice treat to hear from too. I think we can confidently say that Omar will come on the podcast very soon.
I think
been
anybody
told.
that you can think of is is probably willing to come on.
No one is safe in Carrington, basically.
It's just finding the time. These guys are really busy. They've got day jobs, and you know, asking them to carve out 45 minutes, it's just got to be the right 45 minutes in their schedule.
That will be coming, don't worry, Gershon. Another one from Kim. Love this podcast with so many behind the scenes guests and features, plus Man United legends such as Dennis Irwin.
Yeah, it was great to have Den on last week.
We include you in that too, Wes. Helen, Liam and Phil are excellent hosts. I just added that bit on. I actually didn't. That is written. So yes, please do keep your comments coming in. You can comment below or on our podcast platforms, anywhere you like, and you can get involved in the conversation. Guys, what are we up to the rest of the week? Wes has got a couple of days out.
Yeah, we've got Christmas. I've got 2 Christmas dues, actually. I'm not looking forward to it.
You're not?
No. One on Friday, one on Sunday, so take it very easy, Helen.
Right, okay.
I think that's the best way.
Wes isn't looking forward to his Christmas too. You can just say no, Wes.
Lots of food though, isn't there?
Yeah, I know.
You eat so much.
I know.
So you've got.
That's why we're going to get you the extra large Christmas jumper.
I thought you were going to say extra then.
I was going to say extra. I didn't mean
that
to.
probably fit as well, don't worry.
Shots fired already.
Shots.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, okay.
There might be shots at your Christmas parties as well. You never know.
Maybe.
We're recording this on Tuesday, so I've got FA Youth Cup Tuesday night. Then we've got women's game on Wednesday, so I'm on comms for that one. Then Thursday's one Christmas do, Friday's the next Christmas do, Saturday's the 18s, Sunday's the women, Monday is Bournemouth. So I've got quite a busy week.
Well, I'm just going to do a shout out for my week because Eli is Joseph in his nativity.
Oh,
I know. It's such a big moment.
Have you got the blue and white tea towel ready?
He said he actually came home from school yesterday and said my costume's awful. I didn't buy the costume, but he obviously doesn't like it. But he initially, sorry, I'm going on tangent here. He initially told me that he was a camel, but then there was some confusion, and then came home a couple of days later and was like, I'm actually Joseph. I'm like, how can you get those two things confused? So a very proud moment in the Evans household.
Do you know you record it?
Yeah, I can't. Yes.
You can't reveal. No, that's fine.
Don't want to reveal children's names, but yes, I do know who.
They get on. Everything
no
is
drama. Good between Mary and Joseph.
That's good. No Mary Joseph drama is exactly what we need in the nativity.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that happening this week. Little nativity. Guys, thank you for listening, watching, wherever we have come to you via. It's been a pleasure as always. Liam, thank you. Wes, thank you for joining us. And have a good week, and we'll see you again soon.